Okay, so we're ready for our next speaker. This will be a talk on music-induced analgesia in the brain, and the speaker is Eui-Jin Jung from Sukkyung University in Korea. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eui-Jin Jung from Sukkyung University, and the title of my talk is Music-Induced Analgesia in the Brain. So, I think most of you probably listen to music on your way to this conference, right? Whether it was to wake yourself up or calm down your nerves, just like me. As you know, music is one of the most natural stimuli in our daily lives. It helps us regulate emotions, improves memory and attention, reduces stress, supports mental health, and even modulate the pain perception. Among these various effects of music, today I'll focus on its ability to modulate pain, what we call music-induced analgesia. So the music-induced analgesia means the subjective reduction of pain perception after or while listening to the music. This effect has been observed in both experimental or clinical settings, including chronic pain conditions. Despite growing evidence, it's still often treated as a form of alternative medicine because the neuromechanism behind this effect remains unclear. Then it's all of the music effects in relieving pain. Studies shows that self-selective and pleasurable music produces the strongest pain reducing effects. That's because these kinds of music are more likely to active reward-related regions. So in the study, we focus on two research questions. First, does listening to self-selective and pleasurable music actually reduce the subjective pain intensity? And if so, is the analgesic effect mediated by listeners' own experience of musical pleasure? Second, which brain regions are involved in processing musical pleasure, and how do they contribute its pain-relieving effects? In the study, we conducted across 4 experimental days with 70 healthy participants. I will keep it short and just focus on the main design points now, but if you would like to hear more, please visit my poster soon. And on the first day, participants completed an online survey where they listed 6 songs that gives them the most pleasurable things. For example, someone might say, I like Perfect by Ed Sheeran. We use this song as the original music, which is shown in purple in here. And based on this, we also segmented the music, and randomly reordered the pieces called scrambled version, marked in green. So this is the end of the day 1, and on day 2, participants rated both continuously and overall ratings of musical pleasure while listening to their self-selected music in the lab. And as you can see, these results confirm that the self-selected music elicited strong musical pleasure compared to the scrambled music. And there are 2 fMRI scanning sessions, and both sessions include a resting run and a music-only run without any pain stimuli. For the capsaicin session, participants received the oral capsaicin via filter and put it on the tongue, which induces sustained pain, and it sustains about 10 to 15 minutes. While listening to music, they have to continuously rate the pain intensity in here. And there is 1 run involving listening to original music, and the other one involving listening to the scrambled music. The HIT sessions include 1 silent run with no music, and 3 HIT with music runs. Participants received the thermal stimulus on the left palm over here. And the temperature ranging for 45 to 48 Celsius degree. In the HIT with music run, participants receive thermal stimulus while listening to either original or scrambled music. And after each HIT stimulus, they have to rate the overall pain intensity. So this is the end of explaining my experimental design. And moving on to the results. This is the whole brain contrast map comparing the original versus scrambled music during the music-only run in the scanner. As shown here, original music elicited stronger brain-wide activation compared to the scrambled music. More importantly, we saw the increased activity in pleasure and value-related regions such as the orbitofrontal cortex, ventral pallidum, amygdala, PCC, and insula. Moving on to the pain stimulus results. This graph, the x-axis represent the run duration. Each run includes 4 music pieces, and each music were 3 minutes, so it's total 12 minutes in here, and y-axis for the pain ratings. And we found that the pain intensity was significantly lower when participants listened to original music compared to the scramble. So this suggests that pleasurable music can effectively reduce the sustained pain. For the heat, from the results in the heat session, the x-axis represents the pain condition from 45 to 48 Celsius degree, and the y-axis for the pain intensity. And this is the result of comparing the 3 conditions. We found that the original music significantly reduced the heat-induced pain compared to the both silence and scrambled conditions. And notably, we also find this effect in an independent Canadian sample. They used individually calibrated temperature in this study, and this supports the robustness and cross-cultural generalizability of our findings. Yes, and also we tested whether musical pleasure mediates the effect of music type on heat-induced pain ratings. So the path A shows that original music compared to the scrambled significantly increased the musical pleasure, and path B indicates that the more musical pleasure reported, the lower pain rating were. And path C, the total effect of music type on pain ratings was also significant, suggesting that original music led to lower pain than scrambled music in here. And however, once we controlled for the musical pleasure for path C prime, the direct effect of music type was on pain ratings became non-significant. And this indicates that the effect of the music type on pain disappeared when musical pleasure was accounted for. Finally, the path AB was significant, demonstrating that musical pleasure significantly mediate the relationship between music type and pain. And also this result was found in an independent data set. So in short, the reduction in pain was not due to the music itself, but to the pleasure it evoked. So now moving on to the brain activation results during the HIT trials, we applied the neurologic pain signature, or NPS, which is an fMRI-based multivariate pattern that reliably tracks physical pain. And as it means as pain increases, then the NPS response also increases. As shown here, the NPS response increases with temperature as expected, indicating that signature is sensitive to the intensity of the physical pain stimulus. However, when we tested it in a mediation model, the NPS response did not significantly mediate the relationship between music and pain ratings, suggesting that the observed analgesic effect cannot be fully explained by the nociceptive brain process. And to wrap up, here is our take-home message. First, we found that listening to plausible music significantly reduces both sustained and phasic pain. Importantly, this analgesic effect was fully mediated by subjective musical pleasure, but this effect was not explained by the nociceptive brain system. In future work, we plan to see what exactly makes the music pleasurable and how these components interact with the pain brain system to modulate the pain. Altogether, our findings suggest that music holds real promise as a clinical tool for pain relief. And this is the final slide of my presentation. before I wrap up, I really want to say thank you to my advisor, Professor Chung-Anu, and all of my lab members, Kokwan Lab, for their support. And also thanks to my collaborator, Elise Desabret, and Professor Matthew Roy from McGill University. And I'll present the poster this afternoon, so if you have any questions, please feel free to visit me. Thank you for your attention.
Question? Yeah, if you want to stand behind me.
Thank you for the great talk. I was wondering, especially in your fMRI analyses, what do you think happens when you scramble the music? So I'm wondering whether the contrast that you see between the original music and the scrambled version comes from some sort of disruption in the playing of the music, which might or might not cause some sort of disruption in the hemodynamic response, or do you associate that scrambling effect to pleasure only?
Oh, that's a good question. And I think using the scrambled music to break down the rhythm and about the lyrics thing. So that's why in the contrast map shows the language-related ones shows really important, and also the rhythm-related regions seems important in there. So that's the thing I think quite important. The original music can say it have more pleasure thing in the brain. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You also just answered one of my questions, but it is a nice talk and good to see the replication. My question is also about the sensitivity or specificity of music here as well. So could it be related to pleasure or even attention?
Yeah.
Familiar music is probably more attention grabbing, and if you were to just give them any other stimulus like watching photos of their loved ones, would they be equally engaged and therefore produce analgesia? Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Actually, we also have like general music, the Korean national anthem. So it's all familiar to the participant, but it's not that pleasure comparing to the original music. And I did not show it in this result, but it shows like lower. It shows low intensity in the pain, but the pleasurable music shows more lower than the anthem version.
Yeah, I mean, practically it's the same. First of all, thank you for the really nice talk. And practically my question is exactly replication of the two previous, but maybe to take it over, isn't it better to make a comparison for the person, not with the scramble music, but with all the other music that people came up in your database? So instead of having him to listen to a scramble version, to let him listen to other songs that other people have mentioned.
Oh, yes, that could be also the good approach. And
because that might tell you something about, again, I mean, whether it's the component of the really pleasure, or is it something that because I know the music, or something because it sounds like a music, like music should sound, and not anything like that. And yeah, I think that might be a better control.
yes, I will try it for the next experiment. Thank you for the suggestion. Maybe I should collect more.
Thank you.
Thank you.